All right. We got coping with being a Gen Z adult. Okay, I gotta hear this.
24, which means that I've been an adult for a few years now. I've got a college degree, a full-time job, my own health insurance, and even a 401k. And the biggest
Oh,
thing I've
nice.
learned about being an adult is it's freaking hard, man. And it's
Yeah.
not even the things that sound like complicated adult things either, like filing taxes or picking the right health insurance plan or even buying a house. I don't have enough money for that yet. It's more like remembering
And even at that age, like you are so far ahead, dude. You are so far ahead.
which card I'm supposed to give them when I go to the doctor to prove that I have health insurance. Being a Gen Z adult is an interesting experience because even though I'm an adult, I don't always feel like one. I'm so used to older generations referring to us as the new generation that when mail comes with my name on it, I still get surprised. It's like I'm somewhere in between being a dumb kid and unk status.
Uh, yeah, that's kind of what I felt like when I was like 20 something. Like, like I'm 34 and I still kind of feel like a kid in some respects, but I kind of feel like an adult in other respects. Uh, like when I'm home and not at my job, I'm like a kid essentially, just doing whatever, like entertainment, go to the gym, uh, whatever else. But I have to be an adult at my job, and yeah, I mean,
Like when I'm at work where I have coworkers who have kids who are my age and they're all like, "Oh, you remind me of my grandson." And
no, those guys that I was gonna say something. Jesus.
I'm like, haha, thanks. Wait, grandson? But then I come home and hop on Valorant and there's 18-year-olds calling me unk and telling me to go file my tax.
Bro, what the heck is unk? Yo, Jet, you sound unk as fuck. Is that supposed to be like slang for like uncle, or you're just old or something? Bro, that's the what's that? There's like eras of lingo that have came and gone, and like each era of lingo has their own like groups of words that they use. And I don't really know like what to call this era, except I just know they use the word skibbity. It's like the skibbity era of slang. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I was a kid on like playing Call of Duty, I probably have said some shit like that sometimes. Like when adults or like older sounding people have came on to like Xbox Live chat and they sounded older, I'd just be like, "Hey, yo, you sound old as fuck. You sound old." I think I said stuff like that. So I mean, I'm probably no better. I was like a little shit when I was a kid, so
Taxes. Like I'm only 24. Half the time I don't even know what I'm gonna eat tonight.
yeah, 24, like 20s is like you're too old for the teenagers, but you're too young for like the 30-year-olds. You're like 20s is like you're in this weird place. You're transitioning into being an adult. Maybe you are an adult. Maybe you have like a job and like a bachelor and a bunch of shit, but a lot of people don't have that. So like if you're on your shit, then you're doing good. But like I tend to believe that like every generation is some degree of like ageist, where they simply don't respect you, just purely based off of the fact of your age. No matter how successful you are, there's always going to be like a group of people that they just don't care what you do. It's like back in my, they're always the people that are like, they always, if they have an insult, they will always make it about age. Back in my day, The people didn't used to do this back in my day. People used to work hard back in my day. People were hard. Everyone today is soft, and all that stupid shit.
And I spent all my money on weapon skins. I haven't eaten a vegetable in 3 weeks.
Oh boy.
Plus, it's July. I filed my taxes back in April. Now that I'm an adult and have a full-time adult job, one thing nobody really prepared me for is being in a mixed environment.
Yeah.
You see, when you're in school, everybody's around the same age. So when you're a freshman in college, seniors seem really mature, but they're really only a couple of years older than you. In real life, there's actual old people, and they've probably been
actual old people. And depending on who you talk to, some of those old people will still think that like, oh, I'm still a kid up in here. Usually when I go to the gym, there'll be like random jacked people at the gym. They're mostly dudes in their like 50s and 60s. And because they work out, they still feel like a kid. It's like they don't feel old yet. They're just like, yeah, I'm just working out. Or yeah, I'm on HRT and I feel good. I'm working out hard as fuck. And I don't know, it's hard to describe.
Working at your job since before you were born. My supervisor was telling me that this is his 25th year with the company, and that's crazy.
Jesus.
Because that means he started in my position before my parents even thought about having a kid. So it took everything in my power when he told me that to not be like, damn. I'm the youngest person on my team by like several decades, and all of my coworkers are really nice. But the age gap kind of makes it hard to relate to them at times. Half the time, I don't even know what to talk to them about.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't think that's just like an age thing. I would even say so much to the point that it's a culture thing now. Like provided everything is like you're talking about is like in the US or whatever. Like the whole age of like cut the cable has divided a lot of people. The like some people watch TV still. Some people still have like a TV with conventional cable and whatnot, but I think most people don't. Most people just have like internet and like a smart TV, and they download whatever apps to like stream services that they watch and just watch that shit. So it's really hard to figure out what people like because it's like, oh, I have this and this stream service. It's like, oh, you don't have that one. Oh, I can't talk to you about that show because you don't know about it or whatever. So like back then, most people just had like one cable, channel 0 to like what was it, like 99 or something. Once you started getting up to like the 60s and 70s, it was just all like black and white static or whatever. Or at least that's what I saw.
What was 9/11 like? It also doesn't help that we have very different lifestyles due to being in completely different stages in our lives.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe a lot of people have, bro, I would argue that like most people that have jobs now, even if they're like 50, 60, 70, bro, everybody's on their phone. All right. Like this little phone right here, everybody's on their phone, dude. Because if you have a job, your mind is still like sharp enough to like not have dementia or some shit. So like, and even more so, like, and you're smart enough to like be up to date with technology and how all that shit works. Cause like there's a lot of, like 60, 70, 80-year-old people that just have avoided the technological advances that have happened. Like maybe they have a smartphone. Maybe it's like a jitterbug or something. Maybe it's like a smartphone from like 10, 15 years ago. They never just upgraded it. They just kept it in good condition or something like that. But they never really learned how to utilize it or anything like that. Like, if you're like 50, 60-ish, bro, you're still on your phone. All right? Don't give me this, the old people are all on their newspaper bullshit. Bro, everybody's on their phone.
Like when we meet on Monday mornings and everyone's like, what did you guys do this weekend? And people are like, oh my.
Bro, everybody, for the most part, everybody's just at home watching like some show. Maybe you have like a hobby. Maybe you go hunting once in a while. Maybe you go fishing once in a while. Maybe you go out on the boat once in a while or something like that. But for the most part, most people are just chilling at home, watching some shows and movies.
My daughter had a soccer game this weekend. My son got his driver's license, so we went to look at cars. Me and my wife celebrated our 30-year anniversary and went to the beach. Oh my God, congratulations.
Wow, that's amazing.
I don't even like my wife. Then they turn to me and they're like, what about you, Will? What did you do this weekend? And I'm like, the same thing I do every weekend. I slept in until noon, and then I played Valorant for 6 hours.
Hell yeah. Good.
But
Bro, they wish they could do that. Maybe not Valorant, but like some other game or some other hobby. They all wish that they could sleep in and do their little favorite hobby, okay? Don't feel bad. It's because everybody else chose to do like different things.
usually end up saying something like, oh, you know, I just took it easy, spent time with the fam. Yeah. But I've been kind of spamming that one a lot lately. So either they think I'm lying or that I just really like hanging out with my family.
Yeah, you should not feel bad about just enjoying your own time to yourself. That should not make you feel bad at all. Because everybody else at the table wishes that they could do that. 100%. That's what they feel.
On the other side of that, sometimes I have to confront the fact that I'm getting older and that people younger than me might not find me relatable either. I was walking my dog at the park one time and this kid who was probably about...
I mean, but why? Why does feeling relatable important? I mean, you're on a different walk of life, a different chapter of your life. Other people are trying to like progress their life and reach that point too. You don't need to be like relatable in every aspect of your life to the young generation.
About 13 came up to me and started talking to me. And at some point I mentioned iCarly. You know, the TV show that we all know and love. And this kid looked at me and was like,
What's that?
And for the first time in my life, I felt old. The kids don't know about
shit.
iCarly. And I don't really know how to feel about that. There's also the realization.
The iPad kids. I think that's what he's like referencing. The 16, 17, 18-year-olds. Well, maybe not even that, because I think the iPad kids are like, I think they would be like maybe 12. How long has iPad been around? Let me see. When was the I can't even spell first iPad released? 2010. So what, 14 years? Yeah, the iPad kids probably what, 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that. The kids that just grew up with an iPad in their hand, they've always had internet.
That there are people who are younger than you who are more successful, like professional athletes and entertainers making millions, and you find out they were born in like 2003.
Yeah, that is more and more the case. I mean, you know, look at all your conventional sports or conventional means of entertainment. You have sports people. Well, let me see. I'm probably gonna. Let me see this. Notepad. Okay, so entertainment. I don't know. Careers. So you have like sports. I don't know. Athletes. You have actor. Singer. Music. Writer. Or what else? I'm drawing a blank on like oh Jesus, this one. Influencer. Ooh, that word. Everybody loves that word. Oh God, the influencer. Yeah, you guys fall under the the umbrella of entertainment. That's all it is. What else? So influencer can be like YouTube or streamer, whatever. What else? I'm trying to think like conventional. And there's nothing really. I was gonna say there's nothing really wrong with these careers, because in order to do some of this stuff, you need a bunch of other people that are good at other things. So like sports athletes, okay? You need somebody to build a stadium. You need somebody to build gear for your favorite sport. You need coaches and shit like that. You need gym people to like perform and or train or whatever. If you want to get like big boy, depending on your sport, you know, you could build a stadium. Did I even say that? Whatever. And for that, you need like construction workers and so on and so forth. Same thing with actor. You need what do you call it? You need like people to design clothes, design makeup, people that are good at editing, sound people, directors, and all that shit. Singers, same thing. There's a bunch of other things attached to being a singer. Music writer, same thing. Influencer, streamer. You know, generally it's like a one-man show, but you know, there's like a couple other people under them, like editors or whatever. But the perception of these type of jobs is that what I was gonna say, but I don't know, maybe I'll sound stupid, is that I don't really place a lot of I don't know, like a lot of value in like the entertainment careers. I mean, yes, it is entertainment because I don't know, like if all of a sudden sports or any of these things like went away, I would probably figure out something else to like entertain myself in some way, shape, or form. But I mean, this is like really off topic. Yeah, I'm just ranting.
And for me, it's not really about the money. It's more about the fact that I was told that if I went to college and got a degree, I'd be set up for financial success.
Yeah, that's what everybody's told. That's what I was told. Depending on what degree you got, maybe you got like a STEM degree, maybe you got like an artsy degree, maybe you got like a doctor type of thing or a lawyer type of thing. Yeah, that's what everybody's told.
But instead, all I got was debt, which is the opposite. It feels like as a society, we're finally arriving at the conclusion that college costs way too much money, but you still can't get a job without it. So even though an 18-year-old can't borrow $2,000 to buy a car, it's completely fine to take out $30K to major in art. I don't really envy people who are young and successful though. I think that's a good thing. Besides, I don't even know what I would do with all of that money anyway. Most of mine goes to DoorDash. Another thing about being a Gen Z adult.
Like, dude, do you know how to cook at all? Like, for real though. Like, do you cook your own stuff at all? That would probably be a good idea to like learn how to do. Because ordering out like not just fast food, but like just ordering out plus DoorDash or whatever is pretty expensive. I mean, if you got the money, it's whatever. I mean, it's your own money. You can do with it whatever you want, but I don't know. I've never really met anybody that just exclusively orders food. That is a foreign concept to me. Like, I can understand doing it like, I don't know, once, twice, maybe 3 times a month, or maybe once a week or something like that. But exclusively door dashing, I mean, damn. That is, like, I know those people exist, but I've never really met one.
Is that we get blamed for a lot of things. Like, even for stuff that's not even our fault. You hear it all the time when people are like, this new generation is what's ruining America.
No, that's not it. It's not like little 18-year-olds are in Congress and or governors and all that shit. No.
But like, How? I've spent the majority of my life in school so far. You guys were the adults. It's like if I
Yeah.
walked into your house and got a bit of dirt on the carpet and you're like, oh, you got dirt on my carpet. You're ruining my beautiful home. And it's like, bro, look at this place. Yeah, I might have messed up a little, but it
Yeah.
looked like this long before I got here.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it was always like that, but people didn't really see it. I think the main reason that people can see it now is because so much information is so easily seen, like publicly, because of the internet, AI, and everything. If something happens, like publicly, you best believe there's like almost everybody's like whipping their phone out to like record that shit instantly. That shit trending on Twitter and all that shit. It's like, oh, look what just happened. Oh God. You know, everything. You can just see anything. You can know anything.
And in 2004, I shouldn't have been wasting my time playing Sonic on my Game Boy. I should have been voting. Look, I've been old enough to vote for president one time, and I didn't exactly have the best options.
It's okay though.
And honestly, they're only getting worse.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's all the older generation's fault the world is the way it is. I'm just saying it definitely wasn't me. I will admit though, that Gen Z is responsible for changing a lot of things. The other day, I was reading an article that said that because of Gen Z, the Southern accent is dying.
Who cares if a fucking accent is dying? Gen Zers in Georgia are losing their classic Southern drawl, reflecting a trend of regional accent shifts across the country. Okay. Who cares if an accent is dying? It's an accent. Oh boy, it's easier to communicate with people. Hallelujah.
Which I thought was interesting because I'm from Georgia and I reckon I should be talking like this down over yonder. But really, I'm from Atlanta and I grew up on the internet. So I just sound like this.
Yeah.
Type shit. But I honestly can't blame older generations for their lack of faith in us because when it comes to Gen Z, some of us are kind of dumb. Now that roughly half of the generation
I mean, bro, if you don't know how to change a tire and you got a smartphone, you just Google how to change a tire.
is of voting age, we're starting to pay attention to politics.
Yeah.
The problem is a lot of people get their information from the wrong places.
Well, yeah. Well, it's hard to say where the right places are. You know, everyone can point out where the wrong places are, but nobody even knows where the right places is. So that's a funny little thing. And I think when I started paying attention to politics, I was probably around like maybe 28, 29, 30-ish. And that's pretty late. But that's just my own experience. So, I mean, honestly, I think if people are getting more, not even just involved, it's just paying a little bit more attention as, you know, time goes on from like a young, like maybe this year, like a lot of people that are like 24, 25, 26 start to pay more attention to politics. And then maybe a couple years down the line, maybe it'll be like 23 people start paying attention. And then a couple more years go along, maybe people start paying attention until like 22. And then slowly over time, more and more, people will just start paying more attention to politics. That like the average age just gets lower. And maybe from like the day that you turn 18, it's like, oh shit, I'm about ready to vote. Oh shit. You know, maybe that day will come.
We all know that one person
Probably
that gets
will.
all of their news from Twitter and TikTok conspiracy videos.
Yeah.
Well, the weather has been crazy the past few days. It's been raining like every day. Yeah, it's Bill Gates. What? Oh, you don't know? Bill Gates has a weather machine that he's using to control the climate so that all of the natural food dies and we're forced to buy GMO food. And then they'll use it to control our minds and turn us into zombie slaves.
What?
Huh. You got a source on that? Yeah, bro, it's been all over my For You page. I can't believe you haven't seen it. Yeah, must have missed it.
Bro, it's crazy if you actually see somebody else's like recommended tab on any social media, like their YouTube, their Twitter. I would imagine most dudes' Instagrams are about the same. It's all like just hot chicks. But everything else, I would imagine it's a complete it's like a brand new thing. It's like, what is this side of Twitter? What is this side of YouTube? To see like what kind of videos people get recommended. It's crazy.
By the way, are you registered to vote by chance? Me? No way, bro. Those elections are rigged anyway. I saw it on Twitter. Okay, good. I mean, I was just curious. But as bad as we are, no one is more gullible online than the older generations. Sometimes I'll be at work.
Oh yeah. 100%. And it's all because not all, but like I would say AI is getting better, and it actually is getting better. It's crazy. Let me see if I can find this let's see. Let's see. Grandma reacts to GTA. Ah, shit. No, was this one it? In Grand Theft Auto is local. Okay, yep. Okay, so I don't think this is the right one, but this lady thinks that this is real and this is simply GTA. Look at this.
Today, this crazy car accident. They were driving so fast.
Wow.
They're going the opposite way.
Yes.
Oh! Whoa! Is he okay? Is he okay?
Did that really happen? Did that really happen? And there was a different one. I don't even oh, wait. This is the one.
On the parkway.
This is the one.
No. Oh my god.
Look.
Oh my god. No way.
Wiggle.
She thinks this is real as fuck. And it's GTA 5. We haven't even gotten to the AI videos that are... They are getting better, but you can still, sometimes tell that they're fake. Okay?
Work, and they'll be looking at an AI generated video of a dogfish like, oh my god, James,
Yeah.
look what they're doing in Japan. Wow, that is insane.
Yeah, these guys have no idea that this is fake.
I wonder how they got the dog to do that with the fish. Guys, that's fake. It's AI generated. I mean, are you sure? Like, it looks pretty real.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be real. It's not. My brother actually said he saw something like this when he was in Korea. Cat. Yeah, crazy stuff they got going on out there. Can you send me this? I need to email it to him. Speaking of things that are fake, let's talk about dating. A lot of young adults these days think romance is dead.
Oh, boy.
Not quite. Like a lot of things, dating has been commodified by the internet. And
Yep.
instead of the old school meeting someone in your community, asking them out, and getting to know them
Yep.
over time, we have dating apps that skip.
Yep. Don't talk to me in person. Talk to me on the app. Snapchat me. What's your Insta? Don't talk to me in person. God forbid somebody asks you for your number.
Skip all of those steps and sit you down with a complete stranger where you both pretend that this isn't awkward and hope that one of you isn't a murderer. I get the idea of dating apps, and I even know some people who are currently in happy, committed relationships with people they met on dating apps. I just don't think it's for me. I'm someone who requires the friends to lovers pipeline. However, I'm also a hypocrite because I say I'd like to meet someone in a more traditional way, but I also don't leave my house. E-dating has also become really popular among Gen Z too. And I used to look down upon e-dating and thought it was really
Can you meow for daddy? What?
cringe. And I still do. But if you found the love of your life,
Oh, is that like the Discord kitten thing? Like people are just like Discord girlfriend, boyfriend, and they just communicate on Discord because they've never like been with each other physically in real life.
life in a Discord server, that's wonderful. I guess. Dating as a
Want a sleep call? What? Like you just record yourself sleeping to like one another? People do that?
Gen Z adult is really interesting because despite having so many different ways to connect with one another, finding a genuine romantic connection with someone seems pretty hard. A lot of times you feel more like an option than a partner to someone, and that's a pretty rough feeling.
I think for guys, it's harder. I mean, I don't know. I think it's hard for like both people, like a man and a woman, but girls definitely have more options than guys. 100%.
I think deep down we all want someone who chooses us, but at the same time we're so afraid to be the one doing the choosing.
Oh yeah, nobody wants to be rejected. It's not like one or the other. One doesn't like rejection more. Literally nobody wants to be rejected. That is a universal thing.
To me, dating is like a banana split. Hear me out. Look at this. Who has actually ever eaten a banana split? Like genuinely. Have you ever walked up to the counter and been like, yeah, let me get the banana split? You're a liar. But you know that a banana split exists and that
yeah, I don't think I've ever ordered a banana split, dude. It's like, that's literally too much fruit for me on an ice cream. Bro, when I'm getting an ice cream, I'm getting just ice cream and like maybe some candy in there. Okay, you want me to like start chewing my ice cream on top of it because the candy? Get the hell out of here, dude. Just give me the ice cream. All right?
that it's probably really good. And you've heard from other people who've had one that it's awesome and you should try it. But you can never find the right moment to have one. 3 scoops of ice cream, bananas, and whipped cream is a lot to deal with. And honestly, I can't imagine a scenario where I can justify eating that much ice cream by myself.
Yeah.
But maybe one day, when the time is right, you'll get to try a banana split. And I hope it's everything you ever dreamed of. Okay, bro, actually, what am I talking about right now? That might actually be the most burger dating analogy I've ever said like in my mouth, bro. Like,
what?
Am I faded? One thing I will say, though, about being a Gen Z adult is that I genuinely think that no one else before
Your 10K down payment is approved. Congrats on your new house. Yay.
us has had this kind of experience with adulthood. And I know that sounds like the typical Gen Zer thinking they're special, but if you really think about it, the world really is different. Growing up in the digital age alongside
Oh my God, I remember Newgrounds and the dating sims.
computers and video games and social media is a pretty unique experience. You haven't been a Gen Z adult if your parents haven't told you to go walk into a business and ask for a job just for them to tell you to apply online like everyone else. Or having to tweak your resume a million times to avoid getting filtered out by AI recruiting algorithms.
Yeah, bro, thank God I got my job before that with all like the AI like filtering shit. Oh my God. Oh, thank God I got a job before that shit. God damn, I do not envy anybody that has to go through like modern like algorithm resume filtering programs. I do not envy that at all.
Or opening Twitter and seeing someone getting canceled for something they did when they were 12. Or trying to stay up to date on global issues so that you don't seem like a bad person, but you also want to take a break from your phone because
Well, essentially how I stay up to date on global issues is whenever I open up Twitter, and then if something is trending, then I know somebody fucked up. What did they fuck up on? There'll be like some news little clip, and then I'll watch the clip. I'll be like, oh, that's the issue of the day? Okay. And then I see everybody talking about it and whatnot, and then it goes away, and then nobody's worried about it anymore. And then, essentially, I go to sleep, wake up, and do the same thing again. Are there any issues today? No? Fantastic. Go to sleep, wake up, open up Twitter. Oh, what's the issue of the day? Something global warming? Oh shit, who fucked up? All right, that's pretty much it.
because you feel like a slave to it. I don't think the world was easier 20 years ago, but I do think that things were a lot less complicated before the internet. Finding your way as an adult is like walking around your room in the dark. Everything is familiar, but you don't really know where you're going. Your parents showed you how it's done, but for you, it just seems so different than before. And on top of it all, we're getting older. All of us. But no one really talks about it. I think that sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the fact that every day feels the same, but when you look back, everything is different. When I was 18, I thought I had the world figured out. But now at 24, I feel dumber than ever. And my mom keeps telling me to go to the doctor. But I'm honestly kind of scared because I'm not 17 and my body isn't made of rubber anymore.
Oh yeah, your body's just breaking down. The big 2-4. Everybody knows at 24, you're just like pretty much like an old man at that point.
They say your brain becomes fully developed when you turn 25, but the world doesn't feel any clearer. And when you wake up, go to work, come home, eat, and sleep every single day, you start to wonder what your purpose even is in life. I remember coming home after about 3 months of working my first full-time job out of college and just wondering, am I really supposed to just do this for the next 40 years of my life?
Yeah.
I spent my time in college.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go into college immediately, like just out of high school for me. I think I fucking did a stupid mistake and like just got a job somewhere at like some pizza joint. And I did that for like 3 or 4 years and then quickly realized that, well, not quickly, but because that was like the golden era of Call of Duty for me. So whenever I went in, everybody was playing and talking about Call of Duty, all the coworkers and shit. So that part was pretty cool. But it was like the year 3 or year 4, I was like, some dumb shit happened. I was like, I quit. I'm out. I forgot exactly what it was. Something about like overtime or something. I was like, this is stupid. Later. But I was like, I'm going to go back to college. Or not back to college, but I'm just going to start college at this point. Fuck you guys.
Pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, challenging myself, and growing as a person. And now my diploma collects dust on the top shelf of my closet while I sign into a computer every day and talk to no one for 8 hours. But you know what? It'll probably be okay. I think that for Gen Z, we live in an unprecedented time with unexpected challenges and circumstances that quite literally nobody could have seen coming.
Oh,
But there
yeah.
are so many positives about living in the era we're in that I believe that in our hands, the world will become a better place. We might have been born too late to explore the world and born too early to explore the stars, but we were all born at the right time to watch Monkey D. Luffy become the Pirate King.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine being 24?
I don't even watch One Piece, but I saw that episode and that shit was litty. All right. That was some good ass animation.
100 years ago? No Spotify, no Twitter, no YouTube while I eat? I wouldn't have lasted a day. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time just so I could go up to a Victorian child and put him on to some Playboy Cardi. People from 100 years ago will never know the pain of match MVPing in your ranked game just to lose because your teammates suck. The modern era comes with modern challenges, but I think that if anyone is equipped to handle the big questions in this life, like climate change or world hunger, or when is she gonna text me back, it's us, Gen Z. Thanks for watching the video. Also follow me on Twitter. Peace.
Nice. Oh, that is actually pretty cool. This is a nice little video. Just to see. I mean, honestly, I don't even keep up with like which generation is at what point in their life. I know there's like some generation, like what's the generation after Gen Z, or AKA like the Zoomers or whatever. What was the one after that? Isn't it like Gen Alpha or something, or Gen iPad kids? I have no idea. Well, you know why I don't really know about the gens is because it doesn't really matter. Yeah. The only thing that matters are your actions in life and how you walk about life and how you treat other people. That's pretty much it. As long as you feel like you're doing a pretty good job, it's like you're probably gonna be fine, dude. But yeah, I mean, overall, cool video. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, later, guys.